Hello, everyone. You're welcome once again to our full learning English. And today, I want us to look at case of pronouns in English. Pronouns are words used instead of a noun or words used to represent a noun or replace a noun in sentences. We have different types of pronouns in English language. We have interrogative pronouns, we have demonstrative pronouns, intensive pronoun, indefinite pronouns, personal pronouns. But in my course of teaching, I've come to realize that the personal pronouns often give speakers, learners, and students a lot of problems and difficulties. And this has to do with the fact that there are so many subtopics or parts related to the personal pronouns because the personal pronouns, so to speak, is the kind of pronouns that talk about specific pronouns. They talk about specific pronouns like you, I, we, are, they, she, he, it, and so on and so forth. They are specific pronouns, just like I've said. And under the personal pronouns, we often talk about case of pronouns, persons in pronouns, and gender. I think in one of my videos, I've done something on the persons in pronouns, which has to do with first person, second person, and the third person. And I think I gave some examples on how to correctly and appropriately use persons and pronouns. But my focus today is on case of pronouns in English language. So let's get started. First, case of pronouns is the form, function, and positions of pronouns in sentences. Can I repeat that? Case of pronouns has to do with the form, the function, and the positions of pronouns in sentences. Now, what does this tell us? It tells us that pronouns can't be arbitrarily or haphazardly positioned in sentences. Can I repeat that? It clearly shows that you can't just use or position your pronouns in sentences. There are grammatically acceptable ways in which we position our pronouns. Then when we position these pronouns, depending on the case of pronouns, their forms also change. So case of pronoun has to do with the position, the form, and the function of pronouns in sentences. So we have three types of case of pronouns. The first one is the subject case, we have the object case, and we have the possessive case. So let's take each of them one by one and explain. The first one, which is the subject case of pronoun. Now, this has to do with pronouns that function as the subject or the verb in a sentence. The subject case of pronoun functions as the subject in a sentence. And they often come at the beginning of sentences. Not that all the time, but oftentimes they come at the beginning or they are positioned at the beginning of sentences. So examples of subject case of pronoun are I, we, you, it, she, he, they, and who. Now these are examples of subject case of pronouns. So let's take a look at some of these subject case of pronouns in examples. She goes to the stadium every Saturday. She goes to the stadium every Saturday. Now, she, as you can see on the screen, is the subject of this sentence. It's also the subject case of pronoun. It's also a pronoun. So it functions as the subject. It is positioned at the beginning of the sentence as well. So the subject case of pronoun, like I said, function as the subject of the verb. And in this sentence, she goes. She is a pronoun functioning as the subject case. So it's functioning as the subject of the whole sentence. Another example is they are sisters. They are sisters. Now here, you have they at the beginning of the sentence. One, two. they functions in this sentence as the subject of the whole sentence or subject of the verb ha. Okay, number three, you are a gold digger. A gold digger. You is the subject, is a pronoun, and it functions as the subject of the verb are in this sentence. So here you have it on subject case of pronouns. First, they function as the subject and they often come at the beginning of the sentence. Number two, we have object case of pronouns. Now, the object case of pronouns function as the object in the sentence and they often come after the verb element in a sentence. Can I repeat that? They function as the object. They function as the object. The object case of pronouns functions as the object and they often come after the verb element in a sentence. Examples are me, us, you, it, him, her, them, and whom. Me, us, you, it, him, her, them, and whom. So let's take a look at some examples. The man spoke to us yesterday. Now, has comes immediately after the word, the verb form in this sentence. So it receives the action performed by the man. The man is the subject, while us, the pronoun, is the object. So this is the object case of pronouns. They function as what? As the object of the verb in sentences. Yeah, let's look at another example. We saw them few minutes ago. We saw them few minutes ago. Here we have them as the object case of pronoun or the object of this whole sentence or object of the verb. Object of the verb saw. Okay? Now the third one we have the teacher warned him last week. Him, pronoun, but the object case because him here functions as the object of the verb warned. Let's move on to the third case of pronoun, which is the possessive case of pronouns. Now, these are pronouns that show ownership or possession. Can I repeat that? They show ownership or possession. That's all. So examples are mine, yours, hers, its, his, hers, and theirs, theirs. Now these are examples of possessive case of pronouns, and possessive case of pronouns show possession or ownership. So let's take a look at some examples. We have the car is mine, the car is mine, the book is hers, and the house is theirs. So these are examples. Now, one thing you should notice about or note about possessive case of pronouns is that most of the examples of possessive case of pronouns end in S. Okay, the most, not all, but most of them end in S. They have the inflection S. Yours, has, its, is, hers, and theirs. So let's take a look at how you can easily understand the case of pronouns. So we have the subject case, we have the object case, and we have the possessive case. So under the subject case, we have I. Now the object case of I is me, while the possessive case of I is mine. Now we can do the same thing to we, which is the subject case, we. The object case of we is us, and the possessive case is has. We have you, subject case. Now the form doesn't change. Now don't forget the case of pronoun, we talk about changing form based on the function they perform in sentences. So if it is functioning as this you, in the object case, it doesn't change, but the possessive case, it changes. Yours, it, subject case, it, object case, its, possessive case. And we have e, subject case. But when you're using it as the object case, it changes in form. He changes to him. Then the possessive case is. Then we have she changes to her. And we have hers. Right? They changes to them. And we have theirs. So here you have it on case of pronoun. One more thing, let's look at common errors in the use of pronouns. I often see or I've frequently come across expressions that are not grammatically correct as regards the use of pronouns in English expressions. So we have a couple of examples here on the screen. We have the boy is mine. That's wrong. It should be the boy is mine. And also I've come across expressions like the house is theirs with an apostrophe inserted in between the inflection has and the word there. Now, there's no word like this in English language. Can I repeat this? There is no word like this in English language. This is utterly wrong. It's completely, absolutely wrong. Now, the correct expression should be the house is theirs without any apostrophe. Without any apostrophe. Another example is the dog is yours. This is wrong with the insertion of apostrophe. This is wrong. The correct expression is the dog is yours. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Click the red button. Subscribe to my YouTube channel at Full Learning English. You can also share my link to your friends, to your children, to your colleagues, and so on and so forth. And don't forget to click the notification button. Click the notification button so that you can get notified anytime I upload any new video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Bye.